Okay, class, so go ahead and you should have your highlighter and a pencil and a checking pen. So for the front, you need your pencil. We are going to just fill in these missing keywords in case you didn't have them correctly. This part was kind of tricky on your own. So we are obviously talking about metaphors. A metaphor does use like or as to two different things. Well, we know what metaphors do. Metaphors compare two really different things, two things that are not normally alike at all, okay? But, which is the same exact thing that a simile does, but the difference is that a metaphor does not use like or as when it makes that comparison. So fill in your words. A metaphor does not use like or as to compare two different things. Very different things. Like they don't have anything in common except the one thing that you're using to compare them. So instead of using like or as, a metaphor states that something, something else, should be something is something else. So this is like your state of being words. And if you remember those, our state of being words are am, is, are, was, were, be, being, and been. So those state of being verbs are actually used a lot in metaphors instead of using like or as. So it says finish each metaphor. Her smile, the sun. Well, if it was a simile, we would say her smile is like the sun, or her smile is as bright as the sun. Since it is a metaphor, we have to use a state of being verb instead. So her smile is the sun. Or you could say her smile was the sun if you're talking about someone from your past. And again, we're comparing two very unlike things. Smile and a sun are nothing alike, except that they can be bright. Maybe they warm your day, okay? Next example, he, a pig. If it was a simile, you would say he eats like a pig, or he is as fat as a pig, okay? Since it's a metaphor, we're going to say he is a pig. And a lot of times with metaphors, you'll find afterwards they'll clarify what it means. He is a pig gobbling up everything in sight, like Starboy. All right, finish each sentence starter to write your own metaphor. So you need to use a state of being verb to compare two very unlike things, okay? So think of something you could compare someone's hair to. Her hair, you need to finish the metaphor. Joe, so you're going to compare Joe to something that he is not like. Make sure you use a state of being verb. So her hair is compare it to something else. Joe is compare it to something else. All right, turn your page. We have some notes. You need your highlighter. Highlight your title. This is about metaphors. A metaphor is like a simile, but it does not use like or as. Instead, it states that something is something else. A little redundant, but that's okay. Just repetition. Brian was a wall bouncing every tennis ball back over the net. Okay, so this is a metaphor because we're comparing two unlike things, Brian and the wall. Okay, and instead of saying Brian was like a wall, we're saying he was a wall. This metaphor compares Brian to a wall because A, he was very strong, B, he was very tall, C, he kept returning balls, D, his body was made of brick. Well, if you look back, our metaphor actually clarifies afterwards. It says he was bouncing every tennis ball back over the net. So our correct answer would be C. I like slashing and dashing. Doesn't say anything about him being strong. It doesn't say anything about him being tall. It doesn't say anything about his body being made of brick. All right, number 2. We would have had more pizza to eat if Tammy hadn't been such a hog. Okay, so this is again a metaphor. What two things that are unlike are being compared? Well, Tammy is being called a hog. People and hogs are not normally alike. Tammy was being compared to a hog because she, A, looked like a hog. Well, look back. Does it say anything about her looking like a hog? No, it does not. B, ate like a hog. Well, I see pizza. They said we would have had more. That's a definite maybe. Smelled like a hog. Don't see anything about smell. Was as smart as a hog. Don't see anything about that. So our correct answer is she ate like a hog because it's talking about her eating pizza. All right. The poor rat didn't have a chance. Our cat was a bolt of lightning and caught his prey. What two things are being compared? The cat is being compared to a bolt of lightning. Why? Okay. Well, it says the rat didn't have a chance and he caught his prey. So, the cat was compared to a bolt of lightning because he was very bright, was very fast. Well, lightning's fast. Was not fond of fleas, was very old. Okay, lightning is fast. The cat was fast while he was catching his prey. So our correct answer is B. One more. The umbrella was a roof over my head. It is a metaphor because it's comparing an umbrella to a roof. Umbrellas and roofs don't really look alike. So what do they have in common if you are comparing? The umbrella was compared to a roof because got over the head. What was it doing over your head? It was black. I don't see anything about it being black. It had walls. Well, an umbrella does not have walls. Neither does a roof, really. Protected him or her from the rain. Well, it's over the head. It's an umbrella. Could be protecting it. It was little. I would not call a roof little. So, correct answer is C. Give yourself a check if you got these. Fix them and highlight your proof if you did not. Okay. So the next thing you are supposed to do at your center is to complete your simile worksheet. And then when you complete that, keep it in your folder and then work on your idiom project.